In the beginning of the month, I posted a video called Steal My Business Plan, or basically a look into the structure of my new niched business idea, traffic, selling print on demand, selling books, and all that jazz. And in that video, I told you guys that because I know you're going to have so many questions, whatever comment you're going to put in that video, I'm going to answer in a video. And this is the one that I'm answering. Weird intro. In any case, there will be timestamps in this video based on the question that I'm answering if you're only interested in a specific question. But from what I've seen from Q&As, it's usually the questions that you didn't think about that give you the best answer. And I'll also throw in a little update or two on what I have done since with my business plan. I'm using my phone to read all your comments. Let's get started. Before we do that, in case somehow you're watching this video and you don't know, hi, welcome to my channel, Passive Income with May. I'm May, otherwise the name of the channel would be ridiculous. And here I talk about things that I do for passive income. And usually I do it with a less scruffy voice, but the town I live in is currently alive in the sound of music with a lot of events and a lot of parties, so my voice is like that. Hopefully it will heal soon. Oh, there will also be updates about my birthday. And now I'm going to go to my phone to answer your questions. We have Fit with Diana asking, does using Medium help build an audience prior to starting Substack? I realize they have differences, but I've heard several creators mention starting Medium first. Would you please do a comparison and benefits of the two? So let's start with the first question and let's tackle that one, which is, does using Medium help build an audience prior to starting Substack? Using Medium is a way to build an audience. Using Substack is a way to build an audience. The prior thing, I don't think it's much relevant because I don't think that there are a lot of people who are used to reading on Medium, love coming to Medium, and go like, oh, now you have Substack. Usually people are very loyal to the platform they like to use unless the content is consumed differently. So for example, on this channel, I talk to a camera and make long form videos. And if I were to connect it, or I am connecting it to a Substack account, then you know that on the Substack account there is written content. Now, I don't think that there is enough differences between Medium and Substack to warrant people from Medium to move to Substack. I do know a lot of people who publish on both because they want to get into both of the audiences. But in my personal opinion, as much as I feel like Medium might have a bigger audience than Substack, I find that Substack is a bit more comfortable for me to use. I love the fact that everything comes in with an email. It might also relate to the topic or niche that you want to talk about, but Substack has been the better option for me, especially when you can customize your entire homepage to have like links to your shops and all that. Like you can really like create multiple pages and it's much more extensive than Medium. There was a full Substack tutorial finally on the channel, and I will leave a link to that one down below. Now for the second question, would you please do a comparison and benefits of the two? I can technically do this, go over the technicalities of both, and I do have like 2 articles published on Medium, but I don't know if I can really do something like that without actually posting on Medium for a very long time. So if I'm going to decide to also use Medium for some of my projects, I might do a comparison video, but that would be in a few months when I have the full grasp or the full understanding of how the platform behaves when I'm actually using it. Because just to make a video when I'm not using Medium feels kind of like I don't know if I will have like the benefits or something like that to say. Hoping that's okay. Someone commented, May, what does the rest of your t-shirt say? And then they finally got it when I moved. But I did get a lot of questions about that also in the live chat. So that t-shirt says, in constant search of the next best question. It's a part of my phase of doing philosophy or philosophical print-on-demand merch, which I need to get back to. I don't know why I haven't. I feel like I've always kind of started a niche project for philosophy, for stoicism, for moral philosophy. I even have books that I'm writing about this. But yeah, I don't know why I'm not doing it. I feel like the blueprints, like Blueprint Reflections or Blueprints of the Soul, the current project has been more interesting for me for now. But I'm still happy to have that t-shirt from my philosophy phase. Well, it's not a phase. I mean, I'm into philosophy since I was very young. Why do I feel like I'm having a conversation with someone? This video is weird. This is what happens when I don't have a script. Okay, we have Origami.com. Thank you. Your website is fantastic. I had no idea you can do so much on Fourthwall. I know it's not a question, but I really do want to emphasize the things that you can do with Fourthwall. So while you do have limitations when it comes to designing your website, I mean, you can't just put any photo of any size that you want and adapt the size and crop the photo and animate everything and create very complex things that you can do with WordPress or even hosting a website builder. There are a lot of very cool things that you can do with Fourthwall. And I actually already made a video on what is Fourthwall to go over all of these options, and I will leave a link to that down below. Oh, I like these comments a lot, so I'm going to read them, and I'm going to seriously relate to them. So we have Dramatico, I think that's how I'm supposed to read it. All this talk about human design and absolutely all artwork is AI. Well, I understand the pun. Human design has nothing to do with graphic design, so all the artwork being AI has nothing to do with it. Actually, if you look into your human design, in some of the design cases of some of the profiles, AI fits perfectly together with my human design type because it saves on the part that I don't want to do. And the point of that project is not about me selling my art. The point of it is bringing topics and discussions and bringing things onto merch that I think that different types are going to like. And that is something that I actually didn't use AI with. I actually went in and designed things and slogans and stuff like that based on what I know about different human design types. And I've actually had a lot of comments about this, especially from friends of mine who have been looking at human design merch on Etsy going like, yeah, it just says human design manifester. But I have things like board certified fire starting instructor or the pivoting instructor when it comes to manifesting generator and a bunch of other stuff, which I find to be the true creativity of my work. If you don't agree with that, just don't buy it. I feel like this is like a running debate when it comes to AI art or AI generated art or anything generated by AI. At the end of the day, it's a tool. Want to use it, use it. Don't want to use it, don't use it. Want to buy from it, buy from it. Don't want to buy from it, don't. It's your choice. It's a free world, at least for now. We have Zehra, I think, 3613. This unrelated, but could you talk a little bit about Pinterest marketing for print on demand? I started it, but I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is I love Pinterest. The second thing I'm going to say is that I'm going to leave links down below to some videos relating to Pinterest in the description because I could not possibly make this into a Pinterest tutorial out of the blue. And the third thing I want to say is I feel like when it comes to Pinterest, a lot of people just start by pinning from a platform. For example, if you're selling on Redbubble or on Etsy or whatever, you just pin, but you actually have to create good pins on your own and upload them to Pinterest in their own dimensions, which are mostly recommended to be 1000 by 1500 pixels. And creating those pins on Pinterest while writing down a very snappy title, writing down a lot in the description, and tags on Pinterest have changed so much. And I can see this now with my human design project because human design is not a tag that is available to be tagged on Pinterest, yet it is searchable because of the content that people put there. I feel like for me, it has always been much easier to create Pinterest pins that are talking about posts, about information, and get people to go to that piece of information. And from that piece of information, it relates to a product. So basically using a blog as a means to get people more warmed up to you as a content creator or to your shop or to your authority in that niche. So for me, that has always been the more successful one, rather than just pinning products. And when it came to pinning products, it was always through being extremely creative about it, creating pins that show, for example, the same pillow but with different designs, or creating pins that show the same design on multiple products. But I was never getting traffic from just like pin a product and just do that. I will do a Pinterest section when it comes to promoting my business. I feel like it will be in a few weeks because I want to wait for my book to arrive and I want to do all of it together. So it's like how to use Pinterest to promote my print on demand, my book, and the website itself. And I hope that will be fine. And again, I will leave links to everything relating to Pinterest down below in the description. Next, Miss Lexi Skydive, I love that name, asked, what's this course you are attending? Gildan something. So it's not Gildan something. This is a Gildan something. It's a Gildan 18,000, which is my favorite sweatshirt, especially with the embroidery. I just love how it comes out. And the course that I'm attending, or the course that I took, because I don't feel like it's really attending because it's a course that you take with yourself. There is like no person on the other end of it, is Gene Keys, which is human design on steroids. I guess it's based again on human design, astrology, Kabbalah, and the I Ching, basically mapping out 11 spheres of your life with 64 genetic keys. Every key is a gift, a shadow, and a sitchi. And there is so much more involved with it. I actually had a 3-hour conversation last night with a friend here about Gene Keys, and we were like looking at our shadows and our gifts and making a whole lot of fun from basically our flaws. So I'm currently taking, if anybody is knowing Gene Keys, I am taking 3 classes that are bundled together, which is the activation sequence, the Venus sequence, and the Pearl sequence. The activation is about the 4 main gifts of your life and 4 main problems. The Venus sequence is all about relationships, and the Pearl sequence is all about money. Now, this course that I'm taking is personal for me. So it's not like a course that I'm taking to teach Gene Keys. You have to learn Gene Keys for at least 6 months if you want to do that. And I feel like the most unique part of it is that you're basically taking a course on your profile, at least for the first 2 stages. So I've been doing that since, oh my God, I don't even remember. And I think around, I don't know, I was planning for September, but I think it will happen at more like at the end of the year, like December. I will probably be taking the guiding course to become a certified Gene Keys guide. Next, Brighter Orbit. Hey May, I have been MIA myself working on a new site. Wow, congratulations. It's also a Fourthwall, of course. My question is, why is your blog on Substack rather than Fourthwall? I have a couple ideas based on what you said here, but I don't know anything about Substack. Guess it's time to learn. David. So, David, first of all, Fourthwall does have this blogging feature and it's relating to the memberships. And I was showing it in the video of what is Fourthwall when you can create memberships and tiers. But when you create posts or videos or audio files, you can create them to be public. It doesn't have to be only for people who are members, which kind of creates a blog. Now, when you create a blog there, no one will go to blueprintreflections.com, which is my Fourthwall store, to search for information because no one knows it. But people do go to Substack to search for things to read, which is why I'm using Substack. It's a way to get traffic. I feel like, again, it's this hybrid between a blog that is also a newsletter, but is also a way to get better traffic than just SEO. And I've actually seen it when I was looking into organic traffic coming into my Substack account. I actually tried Googling some questions relating to the things I'm writing about on Substack and actually found that my Substack account is ranked really high up on the answers to these questions because Substack on its own has a bigger, let's call it street cred when it comes to SEO. There was also a full video on Substack right now, so I hope watching it will help. And if people would want, I will gladly do a video comparing Substack to the normal form of blogging. So let me know in the comments if that is interesting to you guys. Moving on. How did I lose it? Next up, Wildlife Studio. Will you be able to say more about the EU GPSR regulation in effect at Fourthwall for EU vendors? Okay. For EU vendors, I don't think it matters that much when it comes to the print on demand, or for American vendors, because at the end of the day, what Fourthwall is doing is taking the information from the print providers. So if you would have had an Etsy store working with Printful, you would have taken the GPSR information from Printful, which now will appear automatically on Fourthwall. You can just do nothing. If you want to sell physical products that you yourself make, you are going to have to do the GPSR process manually because you yourself make it. I don't know if I want to say reluctant to talk about the GPSR that much. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't want people to use my advice as legal advice. So if you do sell physical products on your own or using other print providers who don't provide you with this GPSR access, you're going to have to do it yourself. But when it comes to Fourthwall, they handle the GPSR on their end. It automatically appears with all of the print-on-demand products, and they handle the customer support and all that. So I don't know if I will be able to say much more about the GPSR regulation in effect at Fourthwall because there is no effect. Now, if you are an EU vendor yourself, you have to understand that a lot of these products are not coming from the EU. Even some of the products being ordered to the EU are coming from the USA. So I wouldn't recommend changing it unless you have specific information on these print-on-demand products, because what exists with Fourthwall automatically is the correct information from Printful or from whichever supplier they're using for that specific merch. But if it's your own product and you're an EU vendor, GPSR shouldn't be an issue for you. You just need to put in your details and the details about the product, which again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what the product is, and I cannot say much about that. Sorry. Next, Miss Shell, or Chell, or Chelle. Wow, you have been busy. I know. I have a question. In your About Me section, you don't have your name. Was this intentional? I know putting a photo of a real human is great for connecting with people, but shouldn't we put our name too? Or is there a reason we shouldn't use our name? Now I'm going to start reading about manifesting generators on your page. Hope you're doing okay. So actually, thank you so much for that comment. I saw that comment and then I realized I forgot to put my name. It's like I put my name everywhere and then I forgot to put it there. So I changed the page, I edited a bit, and I put it there. And yes, you are right. Having this real connection to people really does work. And I feel like there is a difference between like if you're having like some kind of like, the Astro Poets or these publications where they're like, this is a blog or this is like a magazine. So it's okay to not have that personal connection, but personal connection is always best and real photos are always best. And that's what I'm going to be doing on that website. There are going to be more real photos of me the moment that I take more photos of me with the merch, with the book, There will be more real photos of me on Pinterest. There will be videos on YouTube, and there will be more real photos of me on Instagram. So I definitely agree with you on that. And thank you for reminding me and for spotting the fact that I forgot to put my name there. I cannot believe I forgot to do that. Wow. How did I exit the questions? As for starting to read about manifesting generators, have fun. I love manifesting generators a lot. I mean, I think like most of my exes are somehow manifesting generators. It's kind of like me, but less crazy and with more energy throughout the day. So have fun. And if you're reading about that, you should also know that on matetribe.com, there is a human design business guide. So that is more specific into the business part when it comes to manifesting generator, but also to your profile, Miss Shell. If you want to write your profile details, that would be fun to know. I would love to know them. Next, Desire Biggears. I think I'm reading it right. There are 2 comments here. I have Fourthwall. I started when I was watching your videos about it. I did Fourthwall because I have printable and to upload some coloring pages up there. Something different I want to try. Honestly, if I just wanted to sell printables without memberships, without print on demand, I don't know if I would have gone with Fourthwall. I think I've said it in the Fourthwall versus PayHip video. So I feel like, it's not that Fourthwall is perfect. And I try to say this in so many cases. There is no best for anyone. There is best for what you need. If I was just focused on selling printables, only printables, and didn't want to do anything else, I would have probably done it with PayHip, as I have done for 3 years. And I recommend watching the comparison video between the two when it comes to selling digital downloads. Okay, Cozy Wild Moon. Nice name. I checked out your website and your human design articles are much more engaging than others I've read. I used to not like human design because I found the websites about it to be rather boring. Now I'm interested. As a manifesting generator, I think all of you guys are manifesting generators, right? As a manifesting generator, I found the products for this type to be funny and true. So first of all, thank you for that feedback. I feel like Blueprint Reflections is definitely meant to have more information. Like I feel like I had to put like the concrete information in there specifically, for each type, but I definitely don't want it to be machinery, you know? And I see this with a lot of human design websites. It's machinery. It's like, how does this relate to relationship? How does this relate to this? Okay, real stories, man. And I feel like that is like the main purpose behind the Manifestor blog, which I started, and also the purpose behind Blueprints of the Soul, which is the book that I uploaded to Amazon finally. Ha! Finally finished it and uploaded. I'm so proud of myself. But it's definitely supposed to be more engaging because this is our lives. I mean, there are so many fun stories, and I feel like a lot of people, maybe creators or websites, they just go to the boring and very specific information because they want to get audience or want to get SEO. I mean, if I just post something like very specific, maybe people won't find it. And I feel like also in this space, a lot of people kind of want to get their street cred so that they can sell you, your human design reading to get to the good stuff. But I've always been a storyteller. I love storytelling and apparently now poetry. So that's my way to go. And I'm happy that someone who was previously less interested in human design find my content to be interesting. It's a tremendous compliment. Thank you. And I'm very happy that you like the products for manifesting generators and think that they are funny and true. I feel like for me, if you go to blueprintreflections.com to the products, you'll see that there's so many more products for manifestors, which is my type, versus other design types, because it's easier for me to kind of think about funny things to put there. But I have, again, many manifesting generator friends and exes, as well as projectors. I feel like generators have been the hardest for me to design for because, again, many exes who are manifesting generators, many friends who are projectors. I have a friend who's a generator now. I have a good friend who's a generator now, and I'm very happy. And my aunt's a reflector. So I feel like I also grew up with like projectors and reflectors. So that has been easier for me. But the manifesting generator merch, honestly, some of it I like it very much. Like I feel like the whole love me for the scenic route, I really needed to have given that to my ex because it's like there is literally no straight line from A to B. Like, hey, let's go from here to the co-working, which is a kilometer away, and he will drive through like a different town because it was nice. So thank you for that. And moving on. I don't know how to read that name. It's very, very small in my phone. Montandiva Creations. I think I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. Okay. Now this is crazy because this past few months I too have been thinking about segueing into human design and gene keys. Whoop! I'm a manifesting generator. All of you, I told you. I'm a manifesting generator and have done human design for myself and hubby for a few years and recently have been watching Richard Rudd more and more for the gene keys. This is super interesting for me as I was a bit stuck on how I might segue into a totally different niche than I am known for. what are you known for? I would love to know that. Interestingly, Marie Smith, who is a Facebook advertising guru, also have moved into doing more human design stuff this year too. So either I am seeing it to encourage me, or I'm seeing it because many of us are being called to help humanity with that, or maybe both. Thanks for this insight. I feel like a lot of times when we follow someone for a business purpose or for business content, we follow that specific person because we feel a connection to them. So maybe her switching into that, maybe like there was things that she was like dropping here and there, or maybe just like, your personalities would be similar and stuff like that. So that's why you're seeing people that you follow on different topics switch to a topic that you're interested in, because you had a connection with them for some reason. And now I don't know that woman. I'm interested now what her human design is, but I feel like a lot of people are segueing into human design, but this is also kind of this like bubble effect. The minute that you are getting into human design and thinking about human design, then you would see all the people who are getting into it. Trust me, if you want to start posting on YouTube or on anywhere about marketing on TikTok, all of a sudden everybody's into marketing on TikTok, because the content that you get recommended or that is appearing on your feed is kind of the content that you are consuming already or making already. So I feel like we all have this like little social bubble that we live in. I know to tell you from a lot of friends that I know that, oh my God, now everyone's a DJ. Everyone's a photographer. Everyone is a cinematographer. Everyone is a stand-up comedian based on what they do. So the rise in noticing human design might be factual or just might be in your little bubble because you live it. That's why you're seeing it. But either or, it's pretty awesome. And I found that Gene Keys, I don't know about how it is for like manifesting generators and generators, but I do know that for non-sacral beings, which are projectors, reflectors, and manifestors, Gene Keys sometimes has a lot more answers, especially for reflectors. So yeah, both of them are really cool, and I'm super psyched that other people are interested in that as well. Moving on, Marmalado. Okay, Marmalado. I hope I'm reading it correctly. May. I try to imitate. It's so good to see you in a video again. Me too. I'm happy. You've been talking a lot about human design for a while, so I had a hunch this would be your niche. Actually, my niche that I planned with was again philosophy, but switched last minute. Yeah, that's so me. I love, love, love your site. I did the human design quiz a few months ago, and I Googled more about it, and the stuff that came up was good, but nowhere near as neat and organized and informative as your website. Look, thank you so much. You did an amazing job. Cool that you can do all that with Fourthwall too. Can't wait to see the follow-up. So I actually, again, posted that video of everything you can do with Fourthwall, so I recommend watching that. And thank you for the compliments. And I feel like for me, it's just everything that was missing for me when I first discovered human design. Those are the things that I kind of put in as the front page, or like the first leg in, when I started my own content. And I feel like this is the same thing that I did with this, like with this channel. The things that were missing for me when I was starting out with a few things, those were the things that I put out there versus the things that are the most searchable. And I'm happy the message went through. Just Andromeda. I feel like everybody has this like cool spiritual name, and I'm like, passive income with May. Just Andromeda. Excited for your new journey. I'm on a similar journey, but a couple of steps behind. No one's behind. We just started in different points. Also, if you know anything about manifestors, I'm going to get tired and sleep for 2 months. So you have a lot of time to catch up. My niche is quantum manifesting and helping Gen X women who have lost their identity post major life changes and or trauma. I actually have some friends here who are dealing with that, like mostly women over the age of 50 needing to start again with a new career or a new path, probably after a divorce. So I have like a lot of friends who are doing something similar, and some of them are actually like with astrology in it. I was one of the people who purchased a website via Hostingers Through You. Unfortunately, a few months in, tragedy struck my life and knocked me off my feet for a bit. Sending you love as much as I can. That website purchased went to waste. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. I know that feeling because I've had it like, remember I did like a Shopify membership for a year, didn't use it. I remember I took on Squarespace for a year and got injured like 2 days after, and then I thought I would get better, but I didn't, and then I moved somewhere else. So I definitely know that feeling, especially of wasting it. And I feel like a lot of people do that. They're like, oh my God, I'm going to start a print-on-demand store, and they get a Placeit membership, and then they don't do anything with it. So I totally know how you feel. Have you considered Pinterest? You can schedule your pins a long way out. I did not realize Substack is for those of us who write thank you. I have considered Pinterest. I am going to use, I think, the Pinterest of the Manifestor blog. I feel like it's really hard for me to juggle between Blueprint Reflections, which is going to be like a total and overall, and Manifestor blog. So I might kind of maybe do more of that one. I'm still bouncing between the two. I'm definitely going to use Pinterest. I have the Pinterest for the Manifestor blog, and I've been using it a tiny bit because so far my focus has been on the book and a lot of the other stuff. And yeah, Substack is for those of us who write, and it's actually pretty epic. I'm loving Substack so much. Someone wrote, May's lips are back, everybody. Whoop whoop. Thank you. I have a new lipstick on now because I colored my hair to a slight shade of red, which doesn't appear in this frame shot in this lighting. But thank you, I guess. Anna Dreams Art. Again, you guys have such beautiful YouTube names. Hey May, great to see you. Is your hand okay? Referring to me having a bandage on my hand in that video. That looks like a bandage. I had to take a sabbatical and do other things for the first part of the year due to my brain, emotions, and finances being kind of demolished for 4 months. Question, do you have a vid on how to link your own products to a Substack blog? Thank you. I'm trying to develop an easier workflow now. So let me tackle this one. My hand, this one, has chronic wrist infections since I was pretty much 18 and worked at a hotel lobby or bar. It was caused by cold water, and then when I started, working online, so I mostly use that thing on my hand as a preventative thing, like to make sure that I don't twist it much. And to be honest, when I was filming that video, it was right after I was working for a couple of hours on my computer, and I didn't realize I had the bandage on until like middle of the video, and I felt like it would be weird to take it off. In the next few videos, I might also have something on my left arm because it was how do I say this nicely and not too traumatized, injured by someone else a week and a half ago. It's sort of weird now. The shoulder is a little bit off, and I might have a tear in the muscle. I'm gonna be heading to the major city in a few days to maybe see a specialist doctor and do an MRI and all that stuff. But generally speaking, keep calm and carry on. Put bandage on it. It's kind of like a cat furniture, or it fell. Just stick it in there. Make the table not jiggle too much. Put something on it and get to work. As for your question, do I have a video on how to link your own products to Substack blog? So I did make the full Substack tutorial, and you can use the links from the Substack menu to your products or to your product pages. And in anywhere on Substack, it's just the text like a blog. Just mark the text and create it as a link to a product, or literally have a product photo uploaded, and that photo can be a link to your product. It's kind of like writing on any other blog, and I think I've shown it more on the actual Substack tutorial. I will be making a sequence video, like more videos relating to Substack, obviously, and one of them will be like how to promote a product kind of directly or indirectly on Substack by basically creating a full post that is designed to promote a specific product. So that should be interesting. The Goblinoid. So you make AI slop and then try to get people to pay for it. This is borderline a scam. Okay, so a scam is when people pay for something and don't get it. So if I created the most amazing painting by hand, this magnificent oil painting, and someone paid and I never shipped it to them, that would be a scam. If you don't like designs generated by AI, don't buy them. However, I don't think you'll be able to avoid them for that long because they're getting pretty hard to be distinguished from the real ones. I've had so many people looking at the AI designs I made, which were actually made by me on Procreate, and so many people looking at AI stuff thinking I made it with Procreate. I never wrote that these designs are my hard work labor after hours of illustrating. So if you think it's a scam to put a design on a t-shirt and sell it, and the people actually will get the t-shirt, then I think you should stay away from like Amazon and Etsy and pretty much everywhere online. And have a good day. Okay, Meloya Dina. Loving the new name. Wow, your site and your site design of incorporating so much written info and your products on your Fourthwall store has never occurred to me. I know. It never occurred to me until I did it. It's making me rethink my store again. No, I feel like I always do that to you. I'm sorry. My question, I have more than one. I do. Ideogram video for website images, please. I'm doing the a full everything I do with the ideogram, so it's going to be on that. Hopefully in the next few weeks. I'm going to try and do that before I'm going to head on over to the big city. I'll talk about it in a bit. Breakdown of using Substack. I've done it. I've done the Substack video. It's there. I will leave a link. And thanks, my takeaway for marketing. You will be using Substack, YouTube, and YouTube new channel and Instagram. So first of all, of course, I'm going to be using Pinterest. I don't know how much I would want to be using Instagram. I feel like maybe I'll just put some random stuff there just because it's connected to that, and YouTube. And at the same time, I feel like I'm just going with the flow because I feel like, I might not use YouTube for 6 months and then just upload 20 videos. So I'm just currently going with it. I'm definitely not going to be using TikTok. It's really not my thing. I'm probably going to be using Reddit a little bit, Pinterest, a little bit of Instagram, and the Substack. And the Substack currently has two. Substack publication promoting the same thing, and probably something on YouTube. Yeah, that's the general plan. Chris Cree 8627. Is Blueprint Reflections website a whole lot of AI generated text? So my answer is yes and no. So the way that I do things with AI, or in that case with ChatGPT, is that I give it loads of information and I ask it to write it in a specific way. So it's not that I put in, for example, for those of you who are looking into human design. So, for example, there's information about the profile lines, which I think the profile lines was completely me. I didn't even use ChatGPT for that at all. But it's not like I wrote, ChatGPT, create an article about what is a manifestor. No, I put in all the information I want on the page and ask ChatGPT to organize it and to structure it better, just so that I can brain dump my thoughts onto it and then have it created. Because from personal experience, especially with human design, I can tell you that if you ask ChatGPT things about your human design, a lot of the answers are wrong. So I'm not trusting it enough because I know like a lot of people use ChatGPT, to talk to someone or just for information for you, not necessarily for business. So when I started with human design, I was asking ChatGPT questions and they were flat out not true. A lot of the things there were not true. I even caught ChatGPT explaining how a manifester can be seen on the body graph if your throat is connected to your sacral center, which is weird because, manifestors don't have a sacral center. I have seen ChatGPT tell me that reflectors only have single definition, which is not true because they have no definition. So the way that I used AI is by writing the text of what I know about that specific type, definition, environment, digestion, whatever, and then having ChatGPT rewrite it for me. I know a lot of people use AI flat out this way. I don't personally like this. And even if you go to the manifestorblog.com, even the personal stories that I'm telling, I had AI say it in a way like I literally give it instructions of pretend you're a human design manifester and tell this personal story. And once I put in all the information, which sometimes is like more information than the actual text that comes out, I feel like a lot of the reasons I do it is, the brain dumping, but also if I want like specific size of the text. So if I like have a lot to say about something, but I only want like 250 words. So that is a great way to use ChatGPT for me at least. And once that is done, I go over the content again myself. I feel like with the homepage of Blueprint Reflections, I kind of forgot to go over that because I was really in a rush to get that done to show it in a video, but I will be going over more of them in the next few days. So to summarize your question, is it a whole lot of AI generated text? Yes. And no, because I wrote it and the AI regenerated my text. Okay, Broom Rider. Is that like a Quidditch player? 17. I feel like my neighbors are like, they like watching TV really loud. I never have neighbors. Why do I have neighbors now? Broomrider 17. Hey May, I'm blown away by your talent, knowledge, and personality. Thank you. I'm also no fan of Instagram. Would you say Pinterest is still worth it? Also, is targeting just one niche really that relevant? I'm just starting a website on Fourthwall and opted for something more versatile but still fun and quirky. Thanks a lot in advance for your feedback. Okay, so if you started something on Fourthwall and it's more versatile but it's fun and quirky, the question is fun and quirky your niche? Now, if you want to use Fourthwall to have 15 different niches all on 30 different products, I would probably say don't do it because the system doesn't look well when you have so many products and it's not like Shopify, and also you'll have to market every single niche. But if your niche is fun and quirky, that could be a thing on its own. I really wouldn't know how to answer that question deeply without seeing the shop or without knowing the content. I definitely do think that when you want to get people to come into your store, you need to give them a reason to come into your store, and that one is usually by targeting a specific audience. I myself am not a Facebook ads kind of person or any ads kind of person, is by creating content that they would like consistently, which is done when you have a niched audience. Pinterest is definitely still worth it. I feel like it changed a lot, but it's still a massive source of traffic. Okay, healing with Susie. May, I love your new page niche thing. I have a list of items I want to order. Manage in here. Are you all just manifesting generators? I feel so non-sacral right now. I couldn't stop laughing. It's starting things I'll never finish notebook. Yeah, I have like starting things I'll never finish one page at a time. I actually have that notebook by myself, like for myself. I put it in both the manifestor and the manifesting generator category. I really like that one. I actually have like also for me, I think like I will also add it to the next collection because it's like for manifestors and manifesting generators. Designed to start, destined to drop it. So I have that on a hoodie as well. Also, this is from my store, by the way. Only 9% of you will get me. That's the manifestor thing. Absolutely me, the notebook. I know, me too. And like, even my ex loved it. And it's like, so, he was like, I don't know why I love it so much. It's like so floral, but it's, yeah, it's catching my, I'm so happy that people like my products. I'm so happy. Can't wait to show my daughter if she will agree. She's a generator. I actually spent more time uploading generator merch because I feel like that was like the hardest thing for me. So the generator, like the See It, Planet, and Get It, or the Unstoppable Sacral Energy. And I even uploaded a few like sticker packs. So that will be cool. She doesn't keep notebooks around me or I'll start using them with ideas. I know I have like 17 notebooks that I started and forgot about. I had questions, but I forgot them now. So I'll come back when I remember. Such a Manny, Jen. Saying it in the most adorable way. Again, beautiful site. Love your creativity. So inspiring. Thank you so much. And you've never come back with a question. So feel free to ask one on this video. Skibitis. Hey May, can Pinterest bring significant traffic to my Zazzle store? That's the only question I had. Love your videos. Thank you. Yes, depending on how you do it. I mean, you can create a lot of pins and they would be ugly, leading to bad designs, and no one will buy them. Or you can create beautiful pins and use Pinterest trends to find good keywords for those that lead to amazingly designed products, and you'll get a lot of traffic. I feel like still Pinterest is kind of like, hey, let me put in some stuff that I want to pin for later to buy later. That depends on your niche. It depends on a lot of things. And again, as I said previously, I am a big fan of Pinterest. I will be using Pinterest, and there will be links in the description for Pinterest videos that I have done before. You might find them useful. Next up, Justin Owens, 3761. May was wondering how things were going with BooksBuy. I hear some saying it's a scam. What are your thoughts? So, first of all, I have ordered my own merch, my own books from BooksBuy. For those of you who don't know, there was a video about that. It's like a KDP alternative. It's basically like creating your own mini site, like link in bio page, like Linktree, but for people to buy books from you. And it's $99 a year, but they don't take commission off the book sales, off the royalty, just the printing costs. I made a full video about BooksBuy and have ordered my own. What is wrong with my mouth today? And have ordered my own books. I ordered two of them. One that is like a print book, and the other one is an ephemera, like, how do I say it? Like cutout book that you're supposed to cut things out because you want to use them for like scrapbooking. And the reason why I did those two is because I have the same identical one that I have from Amazon KDP, and I'm going to have the new one from Amazon KDP as well. So I wanted to also do like a comparison. Those books arrived faster than I thought they would. So I paid for my books and I got my books. So in that grand scheme of things, it's not a scam. The problem for me is that I made sure before even interacting with them, asking them if I can do this with a business and a bank account that is in Israel, and they said yes multiple times. And when I joined, I realized that the only way to get paid is through Stripe, which you cannot do with a business and a bank account in Israel. And I have spent a month and a half fighting with chatbots because it's impossible to get a representative. And the moment I got a real representative, that real representative repeated what the chatbot said, which is, it's very easy to just connect your Stripe account, and then disappeared on me. So I paid $99. I was able to order my own books and get them, but I will never be able to get paid by BooksBuy because a bot lied to me. I feel like I have to laugh about this, right? If you're not going to laugh about it, you're going to cry. I do know that we have one or two more questions that were from that were like from the posts, like from the community tab on YouTube. Giovanna Peraula, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm butchering everybody's names, I'm sorry. If you have plans in using Pinterest for marketing, oh yeah, everybody's Pinterest. Can you tell us more about your strategy? My strategy would be to upload either photos of me, like with the merch, or photos of the actual merch, or really, really good mock-ups to send people to the merch. But the most I'm going to be focusing on is creating pins to send people to the informative pages and to the blog posts themselves. promoting the content first, and then when you have this authority figure or this authority vibe with someone, when someone is like enjoying your content and they're already kind of halfway into like wanting to support you, oh, by the way, there's merch. That's mostly my strategy. Not how to pin or create pins, but strategy. Yeah, answer that. Adapting to Pinterest stuff language. Yeah, I feel like, again, it's much better now to promote content on Pinterest than directly products. Products still do work, but content works better. It's also interesting and not known topic because it can affect your stats in a bad way. I know. And I feel like Pinterest has been really weird, especially with this niche, especially because, again, as I said in the beginning, finding tags is going to be very difficult. But yeah, I hope I answered that. And I'm going to be talking more about Pinterest when it comes to like the book promoting and the website promoting and all that. And then we have Pet111 YouTube. Does Fourthwall allow product variations for digital products? No. You can only have one file to upload for a digital product, and I recommend, zipping it. I actually uploaded the Human Design Manifestor coloring printable book, and in that case, when people order it, there is the A4 version of it for, anyone who's not American, and the US letter size. So I put both of them in a zip file together because you can only upload one file to your product, and there are no digital product variations. Next question, will you only use Amazon KDP to publish your books? What are your thoughts on Lulu? Will you only sell printable versions in your Fourthwall store? What are your thoughts on selling an EPUB version or audio version? Okay, I'm probably going to go with Amazon KDP. I'm still waiting for the book to arrive, and also Amazon KDP can pay me, unlike Booksby. My thoughts about Lulu, I feel like it's a bit different because also I live in the EU, so I feel like Lulu, everything is again going to be charged a lot extra with taxes, and I feel like Amazon has been like the way to go because it's much easier ordering things from pretty much anywhere. I tried looking into Lulu and Blurb and a lot of these, and pretty much the cost of shipping here, anything would be like $50 for like nothing. I might go with Lulu when it comes to creating hybrid journaling things. Basically, if I need spiral bound, I will do something on Lulu. Will you only sell a printable version in your Fourthwall store? There will be no printable version of this book in my Fourthwall store, at least not the one that I'm planning. There will be like other types of printables, but not a printable of this book. Maybe, now that I think of, no, people are giving me ideas. Ugh. Yeah, there will be not in the near future, hopefully. What are your thoughts on selling an EPUB version or an audio version? I am personally a person who doesn't like reading books online. I'm a very big book person. And if I ever do an audio version, it will be my voice. Maybe I'll do like some audio files. I don't even know how to do it because it's poetry. It's not like, it's like a book with like 120 chapters and they're very small. So I'm not sure if I'll ever do it with an audio. And that, my friends, concludes the questions that you guys had, which were awesome. And I do want to say a little bit of like an update before I go. I'm working on a video with everything I do with Ideogram, like everything I do with Ideogram, and hopefully I will film it in the next few days so I can upload it to YouTube in the week after. And Thursday, I'm leaving Bansko a little bit and heading on to the big city, to Sofia. I do need to maybe find a doctor to take care of my hand if my hand continues to hurt. And I'm also going to be spending my birthday, instead of in the hustle and bustle of digital nomads, like 1,000 new digital nomads who arrive to Bansko, I'm probably going to be spending my birthday with a friend or two in Sofia, in a nice bar, or in a nice sushi place. I'm going to be in Sofia for a week and pretty much eating sushi as much as I can. Bansko really lacks, good Asian food. I also got like recommendations for like good ramen places and stuff like that, and just exploring the city. And I don't plan on doing much work with me, but hey, we can schedule things in advance. So there still will be a video here. And I feel like this is the first year that I'm not celebrating my birthday on YouTube. I might just upload like a short video or something like that. Or maybe I'll do a Q&A. I don't know. I'll see you when I get to Sofia, because I'm going to be there for my birthday, which is on the 28th. Cancer sign all the way. And I'm also going to update, in case you guys don't know, that 2-3 days ago, I finished Blueprints of the Soul, which is my first book, which is a human design poetry book. I finally finished it. I feel like I have been like not able to work on it. Like I finished the editing part of it, but I was editing it on Page, and like I couldn't like type it into the computer. And I knew that one day I'm just going to wake up, I'm going to see like the book cover in my head, and that's going to be it. So I did that. And of course, I filmed the screen of uploading the process. The book was approved, I think was 12 hours or 13 hours for the book to get approved. For some reason, I still cannot order to Bulgaria from Amazon DE, which is the Amazon Germany, which is how we order things in Bulgaria, because I do know for a fact that you can order Amazon KDP books from Amazon DE to Bulgaria, but I think it takes a little bit of time. So for now, because I wanted the copies of my books quicker, I ordered from Amazon.com, which was available, and I'm going to pay taxes for that and shipping for that and all that annoying stuff. But I'm super happy. And when the book comes, I'm going to do like how to take photos of your book and how to take photos of Print on Demand merch. And I'm generally just really, really super excited. I have a lot of things to say, but I've been talking for an hour and my voice already hurts. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. Like this video. If you like it, I forgot to like say anything about the like and subscribe and all that stuff. I will leave links down below to every video that I mentioned, as well as my original video about the business plan, Substack, Fourthwall, all that jazz, and a link to my Fourthwall store where you can actually see that I added a page that talks about the poetry book. Let me know if you like the new cover for it. I'm really not sure what video to put on the screen right now, so I'm gonna let YouTube choose what video he thinks you're going to want to watch next, and hope that that choice was correct. If not, again, many videos in the links down below. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new or were at least entertained. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!